there will be no representation of anybody except for straight hockey players. I think a lot of people are hurt. I think a lot of people are disappointed. And I think a lot of people are asking, what the hell is the league thinking with this one?
Well, it's funny. You know, Pride tape is out, but if you're a gay person, you can't be. I mean, it's the only professional North American sports league where no one, former or current, has come out as gay. And why do you think that is?
Hockey culture is boring. Hockey players traditionally do not speak truth to power.
No.
They're not outrageous.
No.
They don't show a lot of personality. But it's happening with the league's biggest star, the best hockey player in the world, Connor McDavid. Now, he didn't exactly pull out a flamethrower and roast the National Hockey League's commissioner, but as far as Connor McDavid's comments go, this one's
good as it gets.
Pretty pointed.
Whether that's, Pride Night or Military Night or Indigenous Night, all the various nights that we've had and had a chance to celebrate, I've always enjoyed them. I can't speak for everybody else or the league or anything like that, but it's something that I've always enjoyed and something I've commented on before. I've expressed, disappointment in not being able to wear the various jerseys or the tapes or whatever, whether that's Pride tape or pink tape or anything. Like I said, it's always something that I've enjoyed. Is it something that I'd like to see put back into place one day? Certainly. But that's not the way it is right now.
Connor McDavid, the most powerful man in hockey, whether Gary Bettman likes it or not. Connor McDavid has more influence in hockey. Gary Bettman may have more influence on hockey right now. But that doesn't last forever. In our live chat, it's split today. Kathy says, I don't understand why the NHL won't let teams. Why don't you just leave it up to the teams to decide what they want to support? Smurfy says, hockey's for everyone except Caham. Says, aren't there more pressing issues to discuss besides LGBTQ hockey tape? This is a time for conversations that will and change our world as we know it. Jeez, says Caham. I mean, you can check out yesterday's episode if you want to hear about Israel and Palestine or domestic violence. There are people that desire to be represented as fans of the game. There are people that want to feel welcome in hockey arenas. And not only is this the league not doing something, this isn't just the National Hockey League not being proactive about something. It is walking something back. It's taking a step back. And that's why I think people like Calgary star Jonathan Huberdeau. Huberdeau speaking out yesterday to reporters once this story surfaced. Here he is.
I mean, I think it's not our decision. So, I fully supported it and still support it. I think, it's the way they went along. But for me personally, I support it. And, if I get the chance to do it, I'll do it. I mean, we all talk about stuff like that, but it's at the end of the day, it's the league's decision. So we don't want to get into a lot of details. We just respect that.
That was Jonathan Huberdeau in Calgary.
I mean, it's the most you can say for these guys in their position. But for all these guys, you've got Zach I mean, like you said, they're not like the most outspoken guys. But when you've got Huberdeau, when you've got Zach Hyman, when you've got Connor McDavid, when you've got Sidney Crosby, I could have pulled 30 clips today of all these people who are saying the same thing. Like, obviously, this is super disappointing. And like you said, this isn't like, hey, we're going to decide not to do this further thing. This is like, we're going back. Like
Pride
three
tape,
steps.
Pride tape, the product, the initiative, the movement, the whatever you want to call it, was awarded, like advertising awards, internationally recognized for what a step forward it was for the league to show it could be inclusive, to welcome new fans to the fold, to make people feel like they were part of hockey culture. I'm just not convinced. As a matter of fact, I am convinced that it's not true that somebody sitting in the stands watching their favorite team warm up with a few of the players rocking Pride tape in the warm-ups.
Sure.
You can't legally, actually, according to league rules, you can't use colored tape during the game. Goalies always complain about that stuff. So it would only be in warm-ups that the Pride tape would be rocked. Is there somebody that feels like their in-game experience that's not a full-blown homophobe? Is there anybody that feels that their in-game experience has been compromised if the best player in the world is rocking Pride tape on his stick?
Not at all. And I think that's the point. Like, it's not that, hey, we're not going to do this anymore. They've literally banned. You can't use the tape at all.